What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and I hope all of you are having a wonderful day because today I have some news that might help you book that trip you've been wanting to take, or maybe this video will give you an idea of what you want to book next. Today is the day we talk about the current credit card bonuses, and in my opinion there are some very useful ones right now. But if you are new here, I talk about credit cards, points, miles, cash back, and travel. If you want to stay up to date on those things, consider subscribing to the channel. I post relevant content consistently, and as always, if you get any value from this video, slap that like button for myself and the YouTube algorithm. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. The first issuer up today is everyone's favorite Chase Bank. Chase Ultimate Rewards points are very easy to earn, and if you're watching this channel, you have likely heard of the Chase trifecta, in which you combine 3 different UR points earning cards to include a Sapphire card, either the Preferred or the Reserve, or maybe the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card, so you can have access to these very popular transfer partners. From now until July 31st, you can transfer Chase UR points to Air Canada's Aeroplan with a 20% bonus. Now this means if you are transferring 50,000 Chase UR points, you will get a bonus of an additional 10,000 Aeroplan points. Guys, if you are interested in earning transferable currencies and you need more information about any of these cards, check out my new super organized card link in the description below. Using my link helps the channel, and it allows me to deliver mostly sponsor-free videos like this one. So a little about Air Canada's Aeroplan. It is considered one of the strongest transfer partners if you're interested in flying. Aeroplan is a member of the Star Alliance, and booking award flights through Aeroplan can get you business class seats to Europe for 60,000 points. Another thing to consider is with Aeroplan, you can add a stopover to your trip for only 5,000 additional points or miles. Something to think about. Is this bonus worth executing speculatively without a specific redemption in mind? I think it is if you use Aeroplan or you plan on traveling often in the near future. I just booked a flight from JFK to Frankfurt on Singapore Airlines for 60,000 Aeroplan points, and this would have taken that redemption down to just 50,000 UR points. It's also worth noting that I found 3 award seats on that flight. I'd also note they have a squared away website and app if that sort of thing matters to you. Next up, we have the increasingly popular Capital One miles. You know, the stuff you earn with that Venture X card everyone has been talking about for over a year. I'm a big fan of the underdog miles like the Capital One miles, and for the next week ending June 30th, you can earn a 15% bonus on Tap Miles and Go. Now, if this doesn't excite you, I can understand, but this could be a way to experience that amazing Portuguese summer life. 2 things to note on this one. You will likely not see this bonus listed with Capital One, but you'll receive a bonus a few days after transferring, and there's also a cap on this one. It maxes out at 15,000 miles, so if you transfer 100,000 Capital One miles, you'll max out with an additional 15,000 Tap and Go miles. What about this one as far as a speculative transfer? Nope. This is a transfer that is likely not optimal for very many folks, but if you are sitting on some Tap and Go miles and you need to plus it up for a redemption, then maybe this is an opportunity. Personally, I've never heard anything good about the program or the actual hard product. On to our next issuer, and this is one I have been talking about more recently. This is Citibank, and I've stated that thank you points are criminally underrated. It just so happens that Citi is running 3 different transfer bonuses at the time of this recording, and I think they are worth a look. Let's go over them separately. First off, from now until the end of the month, June 30th, there is a 30% bonus when transferring to Qatar Airways Privilege Club. Now remember, Qatar Avios can be transferred in between other Avios using programs such as British Airways, Iberia, and Aer Lingus. So this is a way to get BA Avios with Citi. This one is Also not advertised as well, you won't see the bonus for a few days until after you make the transfer. It's worth mentioning that Qatar is well known to have the best business product in the world. I've experienced it and I think it's amazing. I rode it from Chicago to Qatar and I will never ever forget it. This one could be worth a speculative transfer if you really plan on flying in Q suites within the next year or so. If not, go ahead and wait for another opportunity. Second bonus from Citi is Avianca Life Miles 25% bonus. This is another one you may not see advertised with Citi, but the offer is good until the end of the month, June 30th. Avianca is one of my favorite programs to talk about because they are a Star Alliance partner and they have so many great partner redemptions. One I regularly mention is US to Switzerland for 63,000 Avianca Life Miles on business class Air Swiss. Specifically, Chicago to Zurich and JFK to Geneva. It's also a great way to book domestic United flights. But this program is not without its drawbacks. Avianca Life Miles expire fairly quickly, so if you don't have a use, then I'd wait for another transfer. Also, I've heard it's a huge pain to deal with them to change or cancel a flight, so keep that in mind. The third and final Citi bonus is with Cathay Pacific Asia Miles. This offer expires July 22nd, so it'll be around for a little while. Asia Miles are great to book American Airlines flights and to also book flights on British Airways to London and not be responsible for a ridiculous amount of fuel surcharges. It's just cheaper to book it with Asian Miles. This bonus is 15%, so transferring 100,000 thank you points will get you 115,000 Asia Miles. I'm not familiar enough with the Asia Miles as a program to recommend or not a speculative transfer, but I can tell you that the website is very clunky and to me is a barrier to use the program itself. I've had a very tough time trying to use it. Sadly, the champion of card issuers, American Express, is not offering any bonuses at the time of this recording, which is why it is so important to be diversified in your points and miles. Guys, again, if you are interested in a new card, check out my new card link in the description below. And thanks for watching today. If you stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you and I thank every single one of you.